on the countdown to race one of the Louis Vuitton Cup Final 2000. For the first time, a Louis Vuitton Cup Final being sailed in Auckland, New Zealand on the Hauraki Gulf. Coming in from the starboard end of the line, it is AmericaOne with Paul Kayard as skipper. Meanwhile, coming in from the port end or pin end of the line, Luna Rossa ITA 45, representing the Prada Challenge from Italy, with Francesco De Angelis as skipper as they come to the dial-up.
Okay, both boats quite deep in the entry box here. They're yet to get back to the starting line. Prada has to tack to leeward of AmericaOne, which she's done successfully. And now the rules are, windward boat, AmericaOne has to keep clear of Prada, the leeward boat. AmericaOne have gone forward a little bit. They won't like that so much. You can see them there wiggling.
Can't go in, just two people on the lefty phase here. Still lefty phase.
That's the voice of John Kostecki.
Watch your sheet. He's going to try and...
Talking about the left phase, he's tactician aboard AmericaOne.
He's going to try and spin there.
That's the voice of Paul Kayard, skipper AmericaOne.
Okay, great move, Prada trying to get their bow down here. I think they've got out of it. Aggressive move by Prada, very confident move.
Prada to the right.
Prada have got out of the initial stranglehold of AmericaOne and Auckland. They're flying a flag, I don't know why that is. I expect that to be green. Good move by Prada.
Green flag.
Più veloce di lui.
Okay, now it's a question of timing their run back. 2 minutes is commitment time. It's a question of who will lead back and take the pin in. We've got the pin in bias by 5 degrees.
The crewman in the rig of AmericaOne is Morgan Larson at rack 49, skip sailor. Excellent tactician. It's Prada leading away as they sail below the stern of race control for the committee. The trailing boat out to the right is AmericaOne.
AmericaOne looks as though they're setting up to lead back. Wait for Prada to turn, and AmericaOne may well turn inside them. Leaving the turn back very late here.
Tempo al comitato.
50-55 secondi al comitato.
No, ora ad andare.
Show you Italian.
Troppo lontani.
That's Morgan Larson.
Comitato might be minibird. 9.5.
Fermi. Vai un po' adesso, vai. Stop, che piano, meglio, che piano. Continua adesso, continua. Stop.
They're 40 seconds back from the line. They've got a lot of time to kill. Just over 100 meters back. Prada to the left.
Back here. Simon Wilson to the pin. They're very deep.
Cazza rapido. Stop. Cazza ancora un pelo più. Stop.
AmericaOne will start from here. There's no way Prada will get over them. They're pushing. If they get the overlap, they have what's called the hook, and they get the rights. Pushing, Prada pushing. Here we go for the overlap. As soon as they're in there now, AmericaOne must get out of the way. There's going to be, that was contact, I think. They will.
To the right, wait for this. There was definitely a contact, white flag up.
Blue penalty. Be safe here.
Prada came in very tight. Blue, Prada penalised. They came in too tight. The rules are you have to give the windward boat run an opportunity.
Hard driver here in the start. Prada have upped the penalty. As they're making their final approach to the start. AmericaOne in the windward position on the favored right-hand side.
Cazza fiocco. 22. Stop. Tieni questa progressione. Piano di ferro.
Prada got a overlap to leeward. AmericaOne immediately responded by luffing to keep clear. The luff was reasonable. And Prada was required to initially give room to AmericaOne to keep clear. She failed to do so and was penalised. Penalty on
The
blue.
start, race one of the Louis Vuitton Cup final. High drama and anguish for the Italians. They've copped a penalty in the start sequence, and AmericaOne on port, heading out to the right. At the comfort zone, the Italians have a penalty to undertake, and AmericaOne is out to the right.
Both seem to like the right. Prada going in straight with AmericaOne. You heard Kostecki earlier saying it's in the left-hand phase. I suspect they're taking the port shift now.
No, we just...
Well, the advantage still with Prada there in the foreground on our screens as they continue into the middle of the course on port tack. And if we look at the advantage line there now, Prada has actually extended their lead out to about 1.5 lengths. And we can see there on the right-hand side, the little yellow trail there of AmericaOne starting to tip away to the right. That's what Ed Baird was talking about a moment ago. If the breeze was to come round out on the right-hand side of the course there, that would be an advantage to AmericaOne, and that would enable them to be able to come back, mix it up, get the starboard tack advantage, and mix the race up again with Prada.
Vital first cross coming up. Advantage to Prada. AmericaOne is very close though. This is a very close cross.
Now, the interesting thing here, of course, is going to be to see what Prada does. Do they push their competitor back to the right, or do they cross over and take that starboard tack advantage for later for themselves?
Prada wanting to get to the right-hand side early on in the beat. AmericaOne now going past the transom. Looks like about 1.5 lengths between the two boats. Both boats would have had the opportunity to probably start this round with new genoas on. They have a sail restriction, but they will have the fastest equipment on these boats, especially in the sail department, that they have in their inventory for this first race.
This is Prada as they're coming to the top mark. Prada out to the right, AmericaOne to the left.
They're
The
ahead.
mark right in the foreground.
Easy cross. Look at the jockey pole there. That means that little pole, they're going to set Jenniker's downhill here. Breeze is about 13 knots, so it's right on the crossover between Jennifer and Spinnaker.
Coming to the top mark out from Rangitoto Island. The end of leg one, race one of the Louis Vuitton Cup Final 2000.
So stand by, Paul. You see his lane line, right?
And Prada is leading. This has been fascinating. Apart from the high drama of Luna Rosa copping a penalty in the start sequence, this tells us a lot. In the conditions that have been the sweet spot for AmericaOne, right through the semi-finals and before, Prada have set the best. Mark 1, here goes the Jennifer on top. Breeze at 180, due south at 11 knots.
And they're changing the course there. That's the sound signal. Now, of course, what Prada have got to do is get far enough ahead in this race in order to do a penalty turn, roughly at 40 seconds. So this is enough.
AmericaOne, round mark 1 in race 1, 25 seconds at stern of Prada. It's leg 2, the first under Spinnaker. It's asymmetrical Spinnakers at the moment, the Jennikers. As Prada is leading AmericaOne in this enthralling first race of the final of the Louis Vuitton Cup 2000. After the Italians copped the penalty, they did very, very well to get the lead on the first beat. They were a couple of boat leads for most of the beat, leading by 25 seconds at the top mark. And here, they're now under Spinnaker, and AmericaOne is doing their best to close the game up. We've got a real boat race on here.
Actually, a little pressure on at 30. A mano. Aiuta centro.
Centro, Paolo Bersani, Max Serena, Simon Damari, Christian Grigio. They're the ones chatting there. Down comes the Jennifer on Prada. Remember, 25 seconds was the advantage Luna Rosa had over AmericaOne at Mark 1. This is Mark 2 to complete the first off-wind leg. Prada's bow around as the citizen time is ticking away at 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds.
That's close to a trawl there. Saved it. Close.
So it's all on for Greg Crusher, Curtis Blewett, Billy Bates, and Josh Belsky. Boy, they're working overtime. They've lost time. They have lost time. It was 25 seconds down to 33. Wow. What do we have? 9-10 knots all the way down. This has been AmericaOne's strength in all of the round robins and the semi-finals, a gain of 25 to 33.
The big question now is when does Prada take that penalty turn? And I think a wind of, well, 10 or 11 knots, maybe you need at least 8 boat lengths distance ahead to be able to bear off if you're going to windward, jibe around, and come back up on the wind. And that's one of the things the Prada crew has to decide is when do we make this turn. Now, Chris, I'm looking at AmericaOne at the bottom of the stream splitting away from Prada, so Prada is either going to come out way ahead or maybe risk getting behind.
Boy, this is two.
Say like a 175, we should maybe think.
175, I got 184, so they're looking for a further left shift than what they've got already. Now, the time to do the penalty is normally the top of the third beat, because that's the last time upwind, and they will do it from port, bear away, and jibe onto starboard. The reason they do that is they come away with the starboard tack advantage, or they leave it to the finish and try and spin it on the finish.
Well, we've got a fascinating situation here as we close to the top mark, and we are watching very closely Prada. Are they going to undertake their penalty?
My view is no, Peter. I wouldn't risk it, but I'm not Italian, so I don't know what the Italian factor will do here.
Why wouldn't you risk it?
Well, because, I mean, right now you're in good pressure on the right, and you're quite close to that mark. If you tack here, you'll get a nice set, and you'll be away clean from this mark. The other alternative is to bear away and jibe and come out on the face of AmericaOne, but then you're not settled, you're not ready for the bear away set, and you've got AmericaOne threatening you. So I would expect Prada to go round, set, get away downhill, and maybe do their turn if they have enough room at the next time around. Breeze is lifting right, Peter, all the time. I've got 190s here.
Yeah. Not long ago, it was 168.
Yeah.
The breeze, 168, now it's 196.
6 degrees.
Big gain to Prada, big mistake AmericaOne. Boy, both boats making mistakes. Prada were crazy to give the penalty in the first place.
So coming up to the top mark, right under the shadow of Rangitoto Island, big amount of a spectator craft here as there is at the bottom mark as well. Let's have a look, let's keep an eye on Prada. Are they undertaking the penalty? Doesn't look like it. It's AmericaOne who are on the port lay line. They're making their approach.
They're too tight. Are they? Yes, yes. Are they? Yes, they're going to do it.
So here is Prada. They're going through the penalty turn. This is Prada. Here comes Prada going through the penalty turn now. They're undertaking it, and they will come back on starboard.
Now look how fast.
And they're coming out through onto port now. So starboard through to port, and they're on their way. Exonerated, penalty done.
Beautifully done.
So this now is mark number 3, halfway through this first race of the final of Louis Vuitton Cup.
Prada has completed her penalty, and both boats now are penalty free.
That is the official word from the umpires on the water. Here is mark number 3, the windward mark.
And one thing they had to do there is they had to complete their penalty turn outside 2 boat lengths. They were pretty close to it. Beautiful job.
Now remember, they
Sorry,
were
got it
leading
wrong.
by 33 seconds. They were leading by 25, then out to 33. AmericaOne trails Prada at the top mark going into leg number 4 by 25 seconds. Exactly the same delta we had at this mark last time round, but the big difference is Prada, little Richard ITA 45 is now penalty free, so now, short of some other incident and a penalty happening, it is first over the line wins.
That's right, that's the beauty of the delayed penalty system. But you can see how close AmericaOne are now. They're threatening Prada, so Prada have to defend this lead.
Okay, this is a long jibe. The wind's pretty far right here. Little trip.
Okay, here go Prada. This is it now. This is the final attack by Prada.
6 minutes.
Prada going on to starboard. Now, AmericaOne have got to make the decision that will win or lose this race. Will they jibe on Prada's air, or will they try and cross and take up station on the other side? Great race, last run, toe-to-toe, both boats having made terrible mistakes.
Halfway down the last beat to windward, AmericaOne to the right, Prada to the left. At the top mark, things much more comfortable for Luna Rosa. AmericaOne from San Francisco has really closed the game up.
AmericaOne are going to cross behind, I think. No, Prada are going to try and jibe in front of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just getting lifted here.
Watch the rate of gain now. Watch how AmericaOne will close right up to the transom of Prada. Not a good jibe by Prada. And I would say not a good position to jibe, because what will happen now is AmericaOne will soak down deep, get inside their line, get inside their gravy train there, their wave line, and when Prada elect finally to jibe for the line, AmericaOne will be able to jibe on top of them. Great boat racing. Okay, here they go first. Jibe for jibe. Who's going to out-jibe who? Down to the crew work. AmericaOne went for the turn first. Who's going to fill first? AmericaOne shoot is filled now. Prada's is filled now.
Stay down.
Have Prada been able to keep their wings
Still
clear?
want it in.
Still, they're not on play line.
You sure? Okay.
Prada got
Here
the
comes
check.
another jibe from AmericaOne. They're starting to take it to Prada.
What a boat race.
Now, this is getting very, very close.
Stop.
One of the key factors here is going to be the jibes. It is very difficult with the Jenica. Prada is persisting and holding on to the starboard jibe.
What that means, Peter, is when they next come back together, coming to the finish, AmericaOne will have starboard advantage, and they can dial down at them. They can hunt them downwind. So they both go out towards the ley lines. It's now pressure. Who's got the best pressure?
It is Prada out to the left.
Remember, AmericaOne are on starboard. Prada can jibe on them.
Keep coming.
It's close. Boy, what a thriller for an opener.
It is Prada out to the left.
poco scambiamo,
Port starboard.
Più poco, ragazzi.
Prada clear ahead. Now by Prada jive. Prada jiving for the first race.
About 2.5 minutes to the finish. How good is the jive? This could win or lose it for Italy. Here goes the jive. The Americans are holding the angle up and they look good. They're closing the game up. It is America 1 out to the right. Prada to the left. They've at least got the breeze harnessed. They're on their way. What a thriller this is.
AmericaOne could only try and pull the game back into the race course. So close to the ley line. Prada defends. Still one more jibe to do, I think. They're not going to lay the finish.
Less than 2 minutes to the finish. Prada to the left.
It's like square to pin in.
The Armada spectator craft.
Yeah, they're talking about bias on the line. Prada want the pin in to be biased. AmericaOne will want the committee boat to be biased.
We're lower.
It's not cool layout.
Now,
AmericaOne are going to jive first, I would think.
Go ahead here.
Okay, here go AmericaOne into the jive now. Prada will match it.
Get him out.
It's Prada jiving as well. They need to get the set and harness the breeze because AmericaOne have done a beautiful jive. They've got the breeze. They're on the way to the finish. This is the last jive. They're into the final minute of the first race. What a thriller it has been, with Prada out to the left. It is AmericaOne to the right. Paul Card, he's been in some thrillers. Remember back when he was on the helm of Il Moro de Venezia, just 1 second separating Il Moro and NZL 20. But Prada is holding on as they are heading to the finish. And meanwhile, AmericaOne is jiving. That is costing them vital time as they come down to the line. What a thriller this has been, with Prada in all sorts of difficulty at the start, copping the penalty. AmericaOne giving them an opening to undertake the penalty on leg number 3. And Prada crossed the line. ITL 45, Luna Rosa has beaten AmericaOne in race 1 of the Louis Vuitton Cup final in an absolute thriller. At the top mark, it looked comfortable for Luna Rosa. But the Americans were able to tack in pressure, jive, and they closed the game up. And in the end, it is AmericaOne, skippered by Paul Card, that finishes 24 seconds behind Luna Rosa, skippered by Francisco de Angelis.
It was a huge split, and there was a lot of potential in that, but I think the biggest overriding factor was the right had more pressure, and the right held Prada, did Prada well all the way in, and they were out on the ley line.
I think we established probably the overlap a little too close, and Paul reacted very suddenly, and there was a small contact. I think next time we're going to have a little more separation between the boats so it doesn't happen again. At least we are getting very good in exonerating ourselves.